All right, Jack. First off, I want to say I appreciate you being here today, taking time out of your busy schedule to answer a couple questions.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Seth.
You bet, you bet. So, Brad, the owner of Halstead Bead in Arizona, he stated, as a small business owner, we're finding ourselves increasingly burdened by the expansion of these regulatory demands and, frankly, a complicated tax code. Um, all these regulations are making it difficult for him to maneuver in these conditions. How has that affected you, and can you relate to that in any way?
You know, I can relate to it in a different way. Um, depending on what business Brad is in. I'm in the real estate business, so I would say interest rates and taxes are the two biggest constraints to any investment opportunity. Um, so you have to look at it from different ways and figure out a perspective going forward of okay, how can we make this work given the situations we're given? Because you can't control what you can't control. So it has to just move forward and deal with what you got in front of you. So
Yeah, kind of just got to roll with the punches,
right,
especially with those shots being called by the big man.
right.
So, another perspective here, Forbes. I'm sure you've heard of Forbes, one of the biggest
Yeah.
sites. They said tax-related issues also rank high amongst the small business problems for the entrepreneurs, and the profit levels are not always consistent and predictable year to year due to them being a smaller business. Is there any way that you could relate to that in your encounters trying to get things started in the real estate world?
Yeah, really just going back to the previous question as far as just aligning your goals with a time frame and attacking with what you're given. You'll never know until you go out there and try it. So just really move within your constraints.
Awesome, awesome. And then, so this will be the last piece of info. The Jobs Creator Network stated that 56% of businesses are concerned that the current economic conditions could force them to close. That number jumps to 73% for minority owned businesses, unfortunately. And so I would assume kind of what you were saying about you being an independent contractor and things being unpredictable. Has there been any concern on you taking a different career path due to the higher interest rates and the tax incentives that are burdening people in your field?
Yeah, no doubt. I think just again moving forward on this question, I think the biggest thing is you're always going to take a risk no matter what it is in life. I think you never know until you try, and it's one of those situations where yes, interest rates have been a concern for people, but at the same time, people have got to adapt to the situation. And I don't know. I mean, just as far as the real estate world, I mean, people that are in this industry, they've got to continue to grow in their business and they've got to continue investments going. So going forward, people aren't going to stop buying and selling real estate. It's been known since the beginning of time that this is a business that sustains, especially in inflationary environments. So real estate is stable. But yeah, as far as any other concerns, as small businesses, you're always going to take a risk. If you enjoy what you do, I think that's most important, and you'll work that much harder at it going forward if it's something you really want to put your foot forward and attack. So
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate that. That makes a lot of sense. Now, I do want to show a lot of support. I've thrown my best effort into being able to kind of wrap my mind around the struggles that you guys are seeing, especially tax wise, tax incentive wise, and then interest rate wise too. I know it makes it hard for you guys, but I know for you and your field. And I know it can be tough, but this too shall pass. I think brighter days are coming. And is there any tips that you're practicing daily to stay kind of headstrong and keep your head up in these conditions?
yeah, good question. I think every day is a challenge, especially you never know what life's going to throw at you day by day. But I think one thing to make sure you're focused on is a schedule, making sure your incentives are aligned, saying, okay, how can we get better today? 14 minutes out of your day is 1% of the day. So how can I be better every 14 minutes of a day, whether that's this or this or this. I think that's one thing going forward, is just figuring out how can I become 1% better each and every day.
Yeah. Yeah, the 14 minutes being 1% of the day, I never thought about it like that, but that's something that I'll carry with me for sure. Appreciate you throwing that in there.
Yeah.
Now, call to action, something I want to encourage you to do with your platform and the amount of people that you reach on a daily basis. Can you possibly encourage others in the entrepreneurial lifestyle to share on social media, voice the opinion, and join the movement pushing for change? Really wanting some of these tax breaks to come in play and really give some relief for the little man that's trying to get things off the ground and running.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always a good thing to put yourself out there, whether that's social media or really just picking up the phone and calling somebody. This piece of plastic right here is the most important thing when it comes to business in general, whether that's real estate or whatever business you're in. You've got to reach out to people. You've got to bring value in whatever situation it is. People don't care who you are starting off. I think also too. You got to get your name out there. You got to get your brand out there, and you got to let people know who you are and how you can help them. And that's really the most important goal.
Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And all of the information has been super useful. I think that this is going to benefit not only me but my audience in my English class. And I thank you for letting me stop by today and pick your brain a little bit. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it, Seth. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, you bet.